Hello everybody all over the world! Welcome to the Fists of Steel episode. It's this item. It's these bad boys. These. So currently, these are the stats, of course. You take less damage from ranged, but more damage from melee. Holster slower, less overheal, less heal from healers. So that means if I switch back to my banana, it's kind of slow. If I switch from my minigun to banana, it's fast. However, this downside can be completely negated by going through my minigun then banana really quickly, like this. Instead of. That's what we call the family of fists strategy. Basically, you use the shotgun, you use this, you roll this through, and you use basically the fist to take less damage whenever you get hit by rockets. Very good against soldiers and demo men and scouts primarily, and then you could time it correctly so that you could do a ton of damage on a short time. So check out Family of Fists video, or Foffing, that's what we call it. It's pretty good, pretty viable if used correctly. Now these, quack, you would think would work properly, but there's actually a bug with the overheal mechanic here. So if I go to this medic and then he starts healing me, and then I have full health. And then let's say I take some damage and I died. Because I hit the button twice. Shit. Let's try that again. Okay. Welcome back! We are here, going to get something for my medic. And then I'm holding these right now. And then you'll see that my health goes up to 390. That's often, 40% less heal. So let's see if I take some damage. And then it slowly heals up, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have faster heals now. And all right, I'm not using the Fists of Steel, so I should get more overheal. And I don't. It stops because the medic has been connected all the time, and as long as the medic is connected, I won't get more heals. And this also goes the other way around. So let's say I take some damage, right? And then I'm like, all right, start healing me. And then you're like, hey, healing. Yep, here we go. Watching the heal go up, and then suddenly, oh! Shit, I need to use this now to take reduced damage, and watch as I just go to full overheal, completely negating the downside because I'm thinking this is a bug. So whatever healing rate or overheal bonus you're supposed to have when the medigun connects to you is the one you have regardless if you switch to this weapon or not. The only thing that changes is the heal rate. So you can see if I switch to my banana, the health goes up faster than if I switch to this. That's the only difference. So that means potentially if a medic doesn't know you're using this and doesn't automatically reconnect your beam, you might just be stuck at 390 health instead of 450 just because you pressed it at the wrong time. Luckily, we have this balance mod server where I fixed this thing along with 54 other weapons that we fixed and made better. So check that out later when we do playtests and stuff. So yeah, that was that, so let's just get into it and see how we use it. Fun fact, I forgot to open the demo folder, but that's okay. I'm opening it now. Cool. So let's see, I'm just gonna give you a little bit of a demonstration here to show you like how much damage is actually 40%. So here's a sniper, right? So here we have some heavies, so you do 90 instead of 150. So normally it takes 2 shots, now it takes 4. Right, and then if you do a fully charged shot, you will see that it doesn't do 450, it does 270. So you can't even fully charge kill a heavy, but you will kill him in 2 shots. So a better solution is to headshot and then SMG and they die, right? But what about medics when you have, and also the melee you can see here, you hit him in 3 shots instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, and also any kind of weapons where you do crit damage on melee, like pyro extinguisher or Durati bushwhack is pretty strong here. I actually didn't lank him in the ground, so he actually got pushed out of the way. But I did test this, and I figured out to kill a heavy that's being hit with the crossbow, it takes 4 quick scopes or 2 fully charged shots to heal whatever health he's getting back. Yes. So there you go. And as for the others, just for pure statistical reasons, you have the let's see, you have the with no heal, it takes them 5 rockets, 5 pills, or 5 scatter shots to kill you instead of 3, which is a lot. And then if they're getting constant heals, that goes up to 8. And if it's a vaccinator, it takes 9 rockets or 9 shots of whatever damage you're doing at maximum range, like you're the closest you can be, which is a lot. And this is the numbers given that you don't do consecutive reloads, you just keep firing. And if the heavy is using Fist of Steel and he has a vaccinator medic that is actively popping the resistance while you're shooting at him, keep in mind this stacks, it takes more than 30 rockets to kill the heavy. I mean, you will eventually kill him, but by the time you've fired 30 rockets in the game, a lot of other stuff might have happened, so it might just not come true. Just to keep that in mind. Keep in mind also during that time, the heavy isn't really doing anything unless he's using the family of fists and he's actually shooting you with the shotgun as well, if he's timing all the rockets and stuff correctly, because you can do that if you're good. So let's go into the first demo here. This is going to be a bit of a funny one, I think. It's a great way to start off this episode, because this is actually one of the top tier weapons. People either use this or gloves running urgently and then nothing else. So this is like a really strong and good weapon that has a couple of bugs, and it's widely used in competitive. That's right, Heavy, the fists are made of steel, and keep in mind that they do the exact same amount of damage as regular fists, and they deploy just as fast, which we're going to see in later demos that people are absolutely wrecking shit. So that was just the intro, just to give you the sensation that Heavy sometimes says this, and in this case it's true, but there is no real episode unless we have our favorite person introduce us to how to use this weapon by accurately showing us what we should do. So this is, let's just buckle up, boys, and let's do this. So here we have Enigmas, Borneo, just showing us that, yeah, these are the fists of steel that we are using. And then there's a bunch of snipers, and as you can see, you take very little damage. And then, of course, you have punch, super strong. And then punch! Yes! 1,000 damage in one shot. This map's a bit different. There's a punch! I don't know what that was. And then there's these guys, because it's Halloween and spooky. And no, I'm not gonna punch that. It's scary. Oh, Pyro! Punch!
Easy operation.
There we go down here. And there's some more spookiness. No swimming. That's a scare. Oh no! Demo Knights! Melee! Oh, but luckily the crocodiles got them, and then the crocodile got us as well. Cool. Thanks for the demonstration, Enigmas. It's always good to know what the item is doing. And speaking of Enigmas, let's go and look in an actual proper gameplay of him, where he is doing a lot of punch here on Upward Last with the stake here. So here he is. He's just gonna walk up here and just go around. I don't know what's gone on before, but they are on the last point there, and he's looking. Keep in mind that the stake doesn't give you any downsides anymore, and then he just punches this guy, and he dies. Punch! Come on, get him! Punch! Oh, the crit! I have this punch on the soundboard button. Punch! Oh my god. It's good. And then of course he grabs the health, and oh no, he's not done. Captain Punch. Okay, there's no one here. Punch! Oh, I got them too. Enigma's here with another punch. Jesus. Spy hasn't seen him. And punch! Yeah. Strong stuff. Oh, I'm weak to melee, except that I have a lot of health and I can just punch you some more. That's cool. Alright, so I hope you guys have been counting. I want a like and a comment for every time this guy punches some dudes, so you're already behind. Punch! Yes! Taking out the scout and the medic and... Oh, I missed. I didn't count. Alright, another punch. And Enigma's here, just rolling around, and the other team are just absolutely at a loss for words. Like, how do you stop this unstoppable OP force? of Fists of Steel Heavy that are just totally wrecking your shit. Like, you can't do much about this. Like, first of all, nobody's really seeing him before it's too late. But holy shit! Holy... He punched him once and he was almost dead. And then the engineer's like, I don't know this weapon. I'm gonna shoot you and do 40% damage instead of punching you one more time and killing you almost. Yeah, you would kill him because you do 130 damage. Punch! But Enigma's here, outsmarting the enemy. So keep in mind that if you see a heavy that is doing this, just fucking melee him and he dies. Really badly, especially like Pyros, you do like 390 damage or something. Punch! Another punch. Enigma's here. Oh, can you stop this? Can you stop this? No, you can't stop this. Alright, Enigma's is here. Some more. He doesn't even have a medic. And then he goes down here and heals this. Oh, now he gets now he has Overheal. Oh, how will these scouts deal with this stuff? They didn't deal with it. They didn't do anything. Oh, there's a scout. And then he doesn't do anything, goes back up, and he's still alive, by the way. He's also preventing the cart from... Alright, so then he just backs out of the scouts, actually zones him. Then he goes down here, some heavy people, some accusations going on. Oh, there's a sentry, how will we ever deal? Just punching it. Punch! Punch! Oh, couldn't get the second scout. If only scouts had the mobility to move faster than us, wouldn't that be great? Cool. So if you look at the stake, you can see that it gives you more damage. So that's cool. Kill some spies. Let's look at that. So in case I'm wrong, it's movement speed increase, attack mini crit, and pay me only. Yeah, so you don't actually take any more damage of it anymore, which is great. Punch. Dominating people. He's just staying alive. Would he had similar results if he would just use the Tomislav or another medigun or minigun instead? Oh yeah, absolutely, because the enemy team fucking sucks. They're awful. Like that sex boom. He's the fastest class, and he just like literally pushes his face into the fist, making it impossible to miss. And I see people in chat like, if only every other class moved faster than you, than heavy, then everything would be easy. If only heavy was the slowest class. And then he comes down and punch! Yeah. So we're still going. We're still going. He hasn't died. He has killed a couple of guys with the minigun, and there we have the engineer again with the pistol. Punch! Yeah. So because it deploys fast. Oh. See ya. That was pretty great, except that I played the wrong clip. But there you go. That's what you get for doing this shit live. Oh, another punch. Oh, and then he didn't fall in the pit. He just died. You can see that Enigmas. He's still defending by himself, using the Fists of Steel and pretty much nothing else because the enemy team is so shit. It works, and they never learn. Like this scout here, he learned how to keep a distance. All right, he ran away, and then he's gonna come back, and he. How many times do you run up to the guy and he punches you, and you're like, whoa. Not 10 times in a row. 9 is where I draw the line, and then he just punches it. Oh, he had the right idea though, bringing out the pan, because the Fist of Steel are weak against the pan. There we have the other scout. Oh, we almost punched him too. Oh, he's looking for the engineer, and nope, going to go downstairs and do a little run around. Oh, and then nobody pushes, and he wins. Top fragger, holy shit, 44 points. Almost double of that a spy that played properly. So the reason he did so well is because one, Fists of Steel do the same amount of damage as Fists, and Fists do the same amount of damage as every other basic melee unlock. Second of all, it's a very closed environment, so it's easy to get the drop on people. And 3, the enemy were absolutely buttshit bad at the game, and they never learned or adapted to anything that he did. So that's probably the biggest reason. So here we have someone else. We got Stu for $2. This is his loadout. Here he is running forward here. We're going to see a bit of a weakness to this because you think that it might be like an unstoppable item. Here comes the scout, and he's like, all right, cool, weak to melee. That's fine, I'll just do that. And you're dead. Man, I mean, that was hard, right? That was very difficult. The way that you had to hit him 3 times with the crit. If he has them out and not shooting, especially if he has like the buffalo steak sandwich, just hit him with the melee and he dies. He does 35% more damage, sure, but you do like double your damage, right? So here we have Stu for $2. Once more, he's ready and he's gonna just run with the Fist of Steel. It makes a lot of sense to run out in case you get sniped or shot or something. There comes a scout and then, haha, it didn't count if your positioning is shit. And then Dork KB is like, wow. I just got juggled by a melee heavy, and Stu for $2 is like, send that shit to GPS because that is how we do it. Cool, and then we're gonna follow up with something amazing. We're gonna go forward and running to the scout again, and then we are very low, and then we just die. Right, so that was cool, I guess. So coming up next is the first ever achievement guide for heavy. So for heavy, there's this achievement called 5-second plan. And if we go and we look at like the list of achievements here and we go to heavy, you can see that the 5-second plan is kill an enemy in the first 5 seconds after you exit a teleporter. So this is actually a pro tip guide here by Stu for $2. So what you do is that you take the teleporter and then you taunt and then you just punch and then you have done the achievement twice without even firing your gun. And then, of course, in true Stu for $2 fashion, we're gonna follow this attack up with getting absolutely fucked within the next second. That's pretty good. So you can see that the melee potential with this, if the enemy aren't meleeing you fast enough, is actually pretty good. So coming up next, we're gonna have Spicy Penis. And he's gonna use it with a banan, which is good. So here he is with the banan, he throws it, and then he's holding this. And then of course, he didn't do the tech. Sometimes if you wanna have faster weapon switch, you just switch to the minigun, back to the Fist of Steel, and back to the minigun really quickly. And that's what you can do. So first he decides to take out this, which makes a lot of sense, and then he eats this thing. And there's also a sniper up there, so let's see, how does he deal? First he's checking for spies, and he gets shot by something, headshotted. Okay, eat banan once more. There we go. Recharge is pretty fast on that thing. All right, there we go. And this is very good because now this allows you to get closer to the sniper. He needs 4 shots to kill you. Allows you to gain a lot of ground there. And holy shit, there's enemy guys there, and it's just us. Cool, great. So we're just gonna go down here, grab this, and then switch back without using the tech because he doesn't know it. Like penis, so you should watch this episode and learn to do the Fist of Steel holstering denial tech because slower holster is bullshit and is currently not present in the balance server because it's something that can easily be negated by just pushing buttons. So then he goes up and captures with the rest of his team. Spicy Penis hanging out here. Has used the banan to great effect. I've been eating it a lot, just flowing full of potassium, but forgets to check his back and dies. But that was a pretty good example of when you're by yourself as a heavy and Fists of Steel to reduce the damage and also taking full advantage of the banana's faster recharge time combined with you take less damage, so therefore the banana is more effective, so you get more out of those 200 health. So this is Enigmas once again, and instead of just using the Fist of Steel all the time, we'll see that he'll be using the Fist of Steel all the time. Just kidding, he's actually playing properly right now. So here he is, just kind of hanging out, shooting some guys behind the rock, checking, and then throws this to a friend that was almost very dead. Just gonna shoot, and he saw a spy, which is probably gonna go for this horribly placed sentry. I mean, at least the engineer has a dispenser backing up, that's cool. He's just kind of standing around here, waiting for the blue team to attack. At any point in time, they could just run out of their spawn and do so, but they are on the payload. He throws it. Maybe it's a bit. Oh, he got shot by a sniper and immediately switches to these, which is fine. And then the sniper misses him with another arrow, and he's in a pretty good spot right now, and the demo just got headshotted. So right now he is pretty safe, right? A fully charged headshot won't kill you, unless maybe the Machina can do it unhealed. I didn't test that. We shall see. Yeah, we can actually test that right now after this, actually. So we can do that. We'll test it live. I forgot to test that. That's cool. Let's see if it does. You can probably apply math, but it's cooler to just see. So here we have a thing that's coming in with Uber and absolutely just wrecking everybody. Because here's the thing with heavies, that if a heavy's killing you, it means that you're pretty much out of position and your positioning is bad, because heavy is all about positioning and being in the right place at the right time to utilize us, because you are the biggest, slowest class, and if you die to him, you probably did something wrong, like that pyro, like engaging heavy all by yourself, and then, barely surviving the crit. Thanks to the Fists of Steel, he would have been dead by now, but luckily he goes in here and he's gonna have his medic friend heal him up nice and
Easy operation.
and then he just dies anyway straight after, and he didn't really do anything. So let's just go and check this really quickly. Cool. So Fists of Steel, you can see is very strong. You can use it for a lot of things. It's I would say it's kind of OP. It's that and the gloves are ring urgently that's worth using, and everything else is just garbage. People in the chat are saying that you will do 310 damage with the Machina, so that means that the heavy will die. So we are just going to confirm that in case there are like any kind of discrepancies or something. There we go. So here we go. Sorry about that. It's always fun to test, right? So people think he's gonna die to this. All right, so let's charge it up. And he's on my team. Gotcha! And myself. Shit. Okay, this time for real. Now I'm on the right thing. Okay, boom, all right, 311. People saying 311. Someone said 310. So now confirmed. 310 damage. Comment here. You were wrong. Cool. All right, moving on. We have more Fists of Steel action to going. We're actually going to watch Karma's camera, and he's going to be foffing with the family business and the Fists of Steel, where you just have sustain damage and sustain damage resist. Makes sense, because actually the Fist of family business is actually almost just as effective as the regular shotgun. So here he is on his favorite map. If whenever I see someone playing on this map, I know it's Karma's camera, because he's probably exclusively in this place. There we go. He switches to this to take some reduced damage from the scary SMG, and then he just shoots the spy, and then he shoots this guy, and then cool. And then like the demo was a demo knight, and that would actually have been scary if the demo man wasn't fucking awful. And then he uses the Fist of Steel to escape some damage there and switches back, and a bit of a timing off there. He could probably have gotten, like if he was playing absolutely flawlessly, he would have been able to take 40% reduced damage from the rocket, switch to the shotgun, and switch back. But that takes a lot of effort and a lot of practice to get those timings down. Like this, pretty good. He and also this is really strong with the medic, because keep in mind that if the medic heals you, like now, if he switches to the Fists of Steel, he will still have that 450 health. And you can see that he goes over to, the medic has kept the connection, and he also has an Uber ready to go. So he also, of course, when you're using the family of fists, there you should, when you practice, you should just use it all the time. But this is actually a very effective strategy to deal if the enemy team has a lot of projectile classes, like or sixes classes rather. Then this is really good. You can see that he timed it perfectly with the arrow there when the sniper's shooting, and yeah. You are slower, but you also have more proper chip damage output, and chip damage is pretty darn strong, and we'll actually look a lot more into chip damage later. So of course he doesn't forget that he's defending, so then he just immediately goes and attacks when I say that. This is a thing in the past, and this demo decides to just commit suicide, which is fine. If your team is losing, give up. don't change class or be useful or anything. He's just shooting a bunch of guys because at this distance the family distance isn't really that great. You can see switches in case the demo man will shoot him, but the demo man sucks. And Karma's camera win, top fragger, easy operation.
Easy operation.
Pretty good. So that was some foffing. Check out the foff episode for more stuff like this. However, if you don't use the family of fist strategy, it's gonna decay like rapidly because it's such a unique skill to have. So coming up next, it's going to be Amadeus, and he's just gonna be playing on Badwater with his team. Also has a couple of mythic friends probably somewhere. Cool. So there we go. He's gonna run forward. And just do some shooty shoot, spy checking. Where's the team? Oh, here they are. Just kills the Spyro, and then a couple of snipers. Whoa, ho, ho. Okay, so he decides to just eat the sandwich. And then it's back, and you can peek with this, because keep in mind you're safe. And he's just basically being a rock at this point. He can't hurt anyone, and they can't really hurt him. But holy shit, Market Gardener will one-hit you. Because it will do like... I'm not sure if he will one-hit you from 450, but it'll take you down to pretty red health. Anyway. And then he's just... it's like, this is so stupid. He's a... Look at this! And the enemy team's like, how do we deal with such an unstoppable rock? And the answer is like, well, you have a Demo Knight, but the Demo Knight hit the rock. He hit the wrong rock. Because he looked so much like the rock there, and then the medic comes forward with the syringe gun. And he's just strolling around. He isn't even doing anything. And then the medic comes forward, and then he has to kind of like figure this out. He was baiting them a lot, and then the pyro comes and kills him. So you can definitely do this in sniper sightlines if you have like a support medic that is running the vaccinator, because then you take even less damage. So you're basically unkillable. Like, granted, you can't shoot anything, but it really like puts people off for some reason. They become like, what do we do about this guy? And the answer is, you fucking ignore him. That's what you do. So here we have Amadeus once more. This is him. Teams have been switched. He's now attacking. He's gonna look around the side here. There's a spy there, so we gotta be careful about our backs. Is that a spy? Yep. If it acts like a spy, it moves like a spy. It might be a spy, but it could also be a teammate that doesn't know what he's doing. So he goes in, he catches a sniper off guard, like, gets out of there, and then he has to go back here. And oh. So, okay, switch back. Don't want to risk it. And then the Demo Man dies. And then he switches to the... Holy shit. 23 damage left. He would have died if he didn't have the Fist of Steel there. And he survives. Holy shit, he survives. Jesus. And then you go eat this, and then you do the trick where you pick up the small health back, and now you have another sandwich. Cool, great.
Easy
That was
operation.
some great play there. Great showcase of, like, clutch situation of just being able to survive, because keep in mind it is a team game, so if the enemy is weakened, there's a big chance that your teammates will be able to deal with this. And then throwing the sentry, then throwing this to the medic, picks it up, around here, and then get some random crits. The medic's in trouble. Take this guy who dies from the fall, and then just moving through everybody who keeps attacking him one at a time, and then the medic dies. Amadeus is here by himself, gonna pick up his health back. Probably a good idea to switch to the Fist of Steel now. Could probably punch that spy, maybe got in the random crit, because he had done a lot of damage, and then he gets meleeed and he dies. But he did survive, and he did spend some of the time that he was alive doing good shit. So here is Taka, who sent me an email, who was like, I'm at LAD, and you gotta show me, because I'm watching this with my mates. And Taka, you suck, and your mates are cooler than you. Alright, so here he is on Snakewater. Throws this to his friend. Heavy's also the only class he can play, because it's the closest to Quake or something. Anyway, he shoots some stuff, looks around, and is in a very good spot. This is very good positioning, just mowing people down, getting on the point. And then now he's taking a lot of damage, grabs his health pack, and there is a sniper there, and he's just doing some dodges, and then he has to switch to this. Punches a spy, great work, and then he gets hit by something. He would have died now, but the punch, the crit! And of course, he just kind of had to stay like this, because he would have survived a quick scope, probably. But who knows what else might have hit him, like any like tickle damage or something. And then he's going back, didn't quite use the tech, didn't have to. Keep in mind that if you have used your sandwich and you're using the Fist of Steel and you're switching back to the minigun, be sure to switch to minigun, Fist of Steel, minigun really quickly to avoid the holstering and I think. And then he dies to some stuff. But we got more from Taka, we got one more. And then we got a demo after that, and then we're done. Cool. So, I think it's been like many, many years since we last covered this weapon exclusively. Last time we looked at it was when we combined it with the Gloves Are Running Urgent. So it's either, if you want to be an OP heavy or play like the meta, the best weapons, you either use this or you use the Gloves Are Running Urgently. So it's either tanky or speed. Yes. So good thing Enigma's isn't here, otherwise he would have punched the shit out of him. Taka goes around, and yeah, this is good. I'm going around sniper sightlines, holding this open, just to be a bit proactive. He's just looking around, sees nothing. All right, cool, that's fine. And then throws this, picks it up again because the health vectors spawn. There's a sentry here, so let's try and work at this. Oh, the sentry is upgrading. That means it's in a vulnerable state, and someone's attacking. All right, pick up the health back and continue to harass the sentry. Maybe no, we're gonna have a little snack. Okay, done with eating, and then fuck it, we're just gonna push the payload. Punch! Yes. Anyone else want some? No?
Easy operation.
Easy, right? Easy. It's just so strong. Like, you do so much damage with it, and then you random crit people when they get too close. So it's like so good. So coming up, this is the last demo. There's actually none featuring me here because my demos were absolutely terrible because I couldn't pull off what I was doing, or you guys just did it better. So to finish us off, it's gonna be Stu for $2. He's playing here, and I'm just gonna showcase a little interaction between the Fist of Steel and another melee weapon. So this is how you do the Fist of Steel unless you use the Buffalo Steak Sandwich to run forward. That is also something we can do, especially on 5 CP maps. You don't really see this that much. Holy shit! Caper demo, how we will deal with this on... Okay, we just punched him in the dick. Cool, he died. Interesting, cool. And then we eat this, and we're ready to go. And in true fashion, we follow it up by getting killed instantly. Come on, Stu, I want to see, like, you do something great and then not die within the next 5 seconds as any class. Is what I would like to see. Cool. I see also people in the chat are like, man, if only Pyros could like push people that were pushing the cart from like a distance and stuff and be like, yeah, that would have been a pretty useful feature. Maybe you should talk to Valve about that. So that was the Fist of Steel, currently bugged with the way that it works with the Overheal. It acts like a bug, especially if you're switching weapons quickly and the medic just happens to heal you. Sometimes you'll be like stuck at 390, and if the medic doesn't stop healing you, you will be stuck at 390, quite a disadvantage even though you're not equipping them. So if you check the HiGPS.no has gotten some extra stuff on it. It has links to the balance spreadsheet where you can see all the suggested changes and also the change log for the balance server that we modded. And I've actually changed these quite a bit, so now they actually are good at tanking and pretty much shit at everything else. They're not like better than fists at killing people. And I also fixed I just removed basically what I did, I removed the overheal bonus and I increased the heal bonus and I made it deploy slower and punch slower. So it has less DPS than fists and warrior thing, whatever. Cool, so with that, next week is actually gonna be the last HiGPS for weapon analysis because at that point we have actually covered every single weapon in the game that has been changed. So every single weapon has been accounted for, and I hope to God that we get a patch before, or the heavy update just comes out of nowhere before the next episode. Otherwise, we're gonna look into some other stuff. I think the first episode we'll look at after Razorback will be chip damage. We're just gonna do an episode on that and see how much that can be effective if everybody is doing it. So yeah, next week, play Sniper, use the Razorback, and please show that the enemy team has a spy. Okay, or just go on a crazy kill streak or something. Cool. Link to everything is in the description below. There's also a raffle where you can win stuff Strange Fists of Steel, maybe some other goodies. You'll have to check it out to see. See you.